Scott, I'm going to answer your question directly. Yes. And I know there are people out there who say, what a fool, he's calling a bottom. But here's the thing. With all the factors that are facing the markets right now, they're known by the markets, okay? And so people who are tweeting at me, hey, you're a moron, you're an idiot, don't you see what's going on in Ukraine? Yeah, I see what's going on in Ukraine. So does everybody else in the markets. And over the next 3 weeks, you're likely to see resolution, not only on Russia versus Ukraine, but get a little resolution on what the Fed's path of interest rate hikes is. And the market likes certainty. You know, just going back to Ukraine, the market didn't like it when those tanks were on the border. They didn't know which way they were going to move. Now we know, and the market likes it. So you've got to be investing here. I'm sorry. And, you know, I said this while you were on break last week. Hope you're feeling better, Judge, by the way. Really do. But while you were on break, I said, you know, the market is going to look past Ukraine. And people said, no, he's an idiot. Hey, you know what? That's the way this works. You're supposed to be buying now. Last week was positive. And it's not just that the next week is going to be positive. It's likely the rest of this year is going to be positive. You're going to look back on this and say, this was a buying opportunity. So you can rattle around here for the next couple of weeks. But if you're not buying, I think that's a mistake.
I don't think you agree with Farmer Jim. Joe, do you? Because the note you gave to our producer today suggests that you think we're going to be in a malaise and the market's going to do next to nothing for the next few weeks. You want to take issue with his call that the bottom's in and we got to buy stocks?
No, I love Jim's confidence. I think that's great. The only reason that I'm selling is from a risk management perspective in getting stopped out on the close on certain positions. I think Jimmy is suggesting that there's a bottom in the market. What I think is that when the market gets down to that 4,000, 4,100 level, that's where institutional buyers who are sitting on the sidelines right now, realizing not that we are going to have a malaise, that we are in a malaise right now for the market, that's where those institutional buyers seem to be returning once again. So I do think the market is going to kind of spin in a lot of different places and basically sit in the same place until we find some form of a catalyst, Scott. And the market is clearly missing a catalyst as it relates to the inflationary pressures, the conflict in Ukraine, and what monetary policy is going to be doing to respond to that.
So what do you make, though, of the retest and the rebound? I'll ask you the question again, and I'll do it more directly this time, I suppose. I have to. Did we bottom or
Sure.
not?
I don't know the answer to that. I think you could retest again if there is an intensification with, you know, what appears to be a crazy man in Russia with this conflict. You could retest again. Would I be a buyer down there? Yes, I would.